Hello, and welcome to ExGFX 101. No, not really. I'm going to be showing you how to add in extended graphics, or ExGFX as it's called. So, first thing you want to do, open up your ROM. I'm assuming you already know how to do that. You already have a ROM open, so I have one open. It's slightly modified, not anything special. As you can see, it's only level 105 that's been edited, and only partially edited. As you can see, a lot of the stuff has been taken out, but it's still level 105. So, the first thing we will do, open up your ROM, and then number 2, you go up to these 4 mushrooms up here. Start from left and go right. First, quick extract GFX from ROM. This will pull out your normal graphics to make it so you won't screw them up. I will demonstrate right now what happens if you pull out extended graphics first and you try and insert them. You'll get this error. The GFX and the ROM are still stored in 3BB, or actually first I'm going to extract, then I'm going to do that, so I can fix it really easily. If you say yes to this, you'll screw up your graphics. Horribly screw them up. Easy fix. If you've already extracted them, just insert your graphics. If you have not extracted your graphics, either start over if you're just starting a ROM, or take the graphics from a different ROM and insert them into your modified ROM. Okay, second step, finding some graphics you want to use. I'm going to Super Mario World Central because it's one of the best places to find them at. You either go down here to ExGFX, or you can come over here to ExGFX. You click ExGFX and you're taken to a ton of extended graphics. Well, I'm just going to get a normal foreground graphic, so let's scroll down to find foreground graphics. Grass 2. What is Grass 2? Just a modified grass palette. Let's use it. So we download, save it, and I'm going to save it here. You save it, then you go to your file you saved it to, or your desktop, or wherever you have saved it to. It's in a nice zip folder. You double click it, extract it, save it, whatever you have to do to pull it out. So now you have these nice files right here. ZST, which you really don't need, except modifying stuff in YYCHR, and so on and so forth. So you take grass field here, and you rename it ExGFX 80, 81, 82, whatever is your first GFX. Assuming you have not inserted any already, it will be 80. You take that and you just drag and drop it into the ExGFX folder. Now, you will have 2 files with it. 1 or 2 files, depending if it's a foreground, background, or even a sprite sheet. If it's a sprite sheet, you won't have any other files with it except for maybe a palette. So, map16page.bin and map16page.g.bin. You want both of these. What they are map16page will tell the Lunar Magic where to put the things on the map16 page. Map16 page G tells it what is what, so it says what's a solid block, what's a background block, etc. So you take that, you leave these in the same folder as your ROM. I'm just going to delete grass there. You leave those in the same folder as your ROM, and you open up Lunar Magic again. Anyway, after opening Lunar Magic, you're going to want to press this gold mushroom right here, which is insert ExGFX into ROM. After that, too large. Okay, that's another problem you may have. having a bin file that's too large, because the person did not just take a normal file, they took the whole GFX all thing. Here's something. You notice how my GFX files are all separated. That is because if you go to options, you can click this that says use joint GFX file. If you do that and you extract your GFX files, you'll get this file right here, all gfx.bin. That is the file he used. When making ExGFX, you do not want to use that file. It is very unhelpful for everyone else, because once you're in YYCHR right here, which I have mine set up to automatically go there, you're going to have to pretty much go down to where that thing is, copy it into a new GFX file. Me, I'm just going to take a common one right here, which is GFX0. Not do that. Make it so I can see what I'm doing. Copy this, paste it there, save it, close both of those, and rename this ExGFX 80. So you might want to use a different ExGFX file for that reason, to avoid that error. Now when we insert it, it inserts correctly. The next step is to set it up to use the correct file. So you want to go to foreground 3, scroll down. Well, what I did, so people know, is I clicked on this red mushroom, even though you should have saw that. You click this red mushroom, it says Super GFX Bypass. You can also click the standard foreground background list. This one just gives you every single thing. Then you click Enable Bypass. You go to foreground 3 right here and scroll down to find 80. Click it, say OK, save your ROM, and you'll notice it screws up the foreground. So what you want to do is open up that 16 by 16 tile editor, this little question mark box right here. Go down, skip page 2. The pages are shown at the bottom right here. Viewing 16, page 0, page 1, page 2. Skip page 2 and go to page 3. Then press F2 and you'll get this message. Do you want to, no, not F2, F3. Sorry about that. You press F3 and it says, do you want to load a page of map 16 data? Say yes, you'll get the map 16 data right here. Press F9 and that will save it to ROM. And now close that, open up the normal Add Objects window, go down to Direct Map 16, scroll down by pressing the down arrow or clicking here and getting there. One thing I didn't say is to scroll up and down through map 16 pages here. You use the up and down arrow. Anyway, back here you delete whatever. I'm just going to clear the page. Control Shift Delete. That will delete all objects and sprites. Say OK. Save ROM. Now insert your new graphic. So as you can see, it inserts quite nicely. It looks normal, it acts normal, and everything works perfectly fine with it. We'll just add like a little hole here to show off the corners. And besides that, this thing is completely finished. That's all the steps to it for map 16, well, map 16 for extended graphics. There's not much else. He has added in a couple extra little things here to add some detail to the foreground and background. Well, foreground, not really background. And then some little flowers. And if you hover over it, it will tell you what they are. Solid ground, well, gray cement block. Add in some flowers, some grass, and then solid things that are kind of weird, to be honest. Not quite sure what those are supposed to be. But that's how you add in extended graphics. Very easy to do. Now when you play your ROM, they'll show up, everything's fine, and you're good to go.